This morning's going to be a little different. I was doing my Allowing.Love meditation yesterday, and I got a really clear call to share about something in particular, something that came present in one of my group coaching programs that I'm currently doing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about this. Eric hasn't been filled in on this, but as always, he is with me. So one of the big transitions that I made in my life was going from being very focused on the world, money and success. Money was just what we worshipped in our family growing up. I wouldn't say we were atheists, but we were agnostic, let's say. Just the idea of a God or a power just wasn't part of our worldview in any way. But making a lot of money and having a good job and having a good status in society was how we were invisibly kind of taught in our family, in our experience. And so I followed a step down into a career in business, and I got a really great career. I climbed that ladder really quickly. And to bottom line, I was working in Toronto for the largest executive financial headhunter in Toronto. And I was 24, and in the final month before I had what I call my breakdown/breakthrough, I made $50,000 that month. So I was making good money. I had success, right, on this physical world. And I had a profound experience of this is not making me happy, right? This belief system that I had taken on, that I put into, that if I get a great job, if I make a lot of money, if I am able to impress and have the people in my life love me and like me and think I'm doing a great job, then I'll be happy. And actually that weekend, that after I made $50 that month, I went out on a binge and ended up a drinking binge and ended up in the doctor's office on Sunday night. And that was really my first moment of really tuning in. I've been studying spirituality, I've been doing meditation, but I think that was the first time when I really went inside. And I said, if there is some energy that can help me be happy, that's really just help me be happy, right? I mean, whatever it takes. I want to be happy, and I'm ready to let go of the career, the money, I'm ready to let go of all of it. And as would have it, the next few days I just received these clear intuitions of resigning and of taking 3.5 months off, just backpacking, traveling on my own for 3.5 months. So I backpacked across Canada and then across the United States, and it was just this incredible start of me following my heart, of really coming into an alignment with joy. So that was my first big shift, from physical world dreams to that's not where happiness is. That's not where joy and success and fulfillment is. And so I came into this beautiful experience of my own spiritual awareness and really having a really fulfilled, beautiful life. So for 10 years, I then traveled with my spiritual teacher. I worked for him. I had an incredible life, just really learning and laying the foundation of this life, which I do believe we ourselves first and human beings second. I do believe that we really need that just become awake to who we really are, which in my experience is love, spirit, is joy, this beautiful, invisible experience. And so I renounced all goals, all dreams. I really, in my mind, made them the devil. Right? It was like, no, I don't want to have any intentions. I don't want to have any dreams. Like, just God, your will. Right? Whatever. right? I'm not going to think about the future. I'm just going to really just show up in this present moment. And for me at that time, that contract, that was an experience that I really feel that I needed, right? To really start to get my joy, my love, my presence, my fulfillment from within, not from this physical world, from within. And so I had a really fucking hard time when a couple of physical world dreams started coming to me. It kind of, it made me question, right? And I think that's the paradox of spirit. If we ever get into a position where there is one will, right? There is one way to really come into what's clear and true and on track for us, I'd be careful of that position or that will, because in my experience, spirit's always changing and we're always changing. So what worked yesterday might not work today. And what's going on yesterday might not be what's going on spiritually for us today. So I fought it for a while, and I think the biggest reason that another reason that I also fought this dream at that time of saying, I want a boyfriend, right? Actually, for me it was always, I want a husband. It's just what came present. That's just how it showed up for me. I want a husband, right? And I did know that boyfriends usually come before husbands, but that's just the dream that was really clear to me. And so I struggled, right? My karma, my childhood definitely set me up with some coping mechanisms that were holding me back from having it in me to actually be vulnerable enough to really show up for love and to risk being hurt and rejected, because I had a lot of abandonment, a lot of rejection in my early childhood. So there were a lot of lower level parts of me also holding me back from having the courage to go, actually, I really want this. I'm ready to risk being hurt again. I'm ready to risk being rejected again, abandoned again. And but what I really came to be aware of through that whole experience was that that I am given sometimes really big physical world dreams in order to support me in getting closer to an experience of who I am in spirit. And having an awareness of that is so powerful and empowering to me in terms of how we support and allow those dreams into this life. And I'll talk a little bit about that. So if we can become aware of why is it that we have this big physical world dream, right? Why is it that I all of a sudden really want a husband? Like, why would my soul, why would God give me this dream of wanting to be connected, intimate, in a relationship with one other human being, right? And the way that I came into that was I began to be aware as I started reading a whole bunch of stuff. And I think I started reading this stuff afterwards. I think this was more of an intuitive-led process of, I got this sense that if I were to receive a husband, if I were to receive someone, I think that there is going to be a feeling or an experience in my energy, in my, like an experience that I'm going to need to have energetically in order to allow easily that outcome into my life. And so for whatever reason, I started to go to bed at night and I would just pretend, I would imagine, I would visualize that I was in bed and my husband had his arm around me and I was kind of going to sleep in the arms of my husband. And more than the visualization, more than like, you know, what his arm looked like or the physicality of that experience, I really wanted to know, how do I feel, right? How do I feel in that experience? And what I became aware of was that there was an essence of being loved, of being seen, of being valued, and not being loved for my achievements, for the money that I make, for how competent or professional I am, for how pretty I am, for how skinny I am, because that was also two of the blocks that really held me back. I had beliefs that I wasn't pretty enough to be in a relationship, or skinny enough to be in a relationship, but I started to become aware of this energy, this essence inside of me that, and I called it being loved. It was an experience of really being able to receive love for all of me, for the imperfections, for my messiness, for just all parts of me, for my imperfection just as much as the lovely parts of me. And while while I'm so grateful to have this human being next to me, I'm really grateful to have this marriage, and it really is, in this physical world, it's my favourite thing about this life. But it pales in comparison to the experience that I have with him, that is an experience that is simply, I am loved. I'm lovable just as I am, and it's completely independent from this beautiful being. And so I do believe, right, even some of our less seemingly spiritual dreams, right, like perhaps we have a dream to serve, create a business or a non-profit to serve, or perhaps we want to share our artistry or something like that. Some dreams are easy to see. Oh wow, there is a soul-led spiritual service, joyful calling, right? They're in service to the planet. I do believe if we got close enough to every dream, right, we would find that thread. Even though sometimes it's hard to find it. We think, oh, it's a selfish dream, right? I just want a new job because I don't like this one. Or I want a husband because I'm lonely and I want to feel better about myself, right? I really believe that if we got closer to the true calling, the true reason why we have this dream, I'm guessing, right, that in my experience and with all the clients that I've worked with, it's true inside of me that there is always a reality that God, our soul, wants this dream for us more than we do. And the reason that is that there is an experience, an awakening into who we are spiritually, that really is why we're having this dream, right? Like, I was in this faulty belief system that I'm not lovable, that I'm not worthy of love, of being seen, of being cherished anymore, just as I am, right? And so, in order to really let go of those beliefs and, in my experience, live more of the soul reality, live more of my soul energy, my soul impulse on this planet, I was given this beautiful dream of a husband to expand me into it. And so, for me, the cheaters, the fast track way through this is as much as we can get close to, why is my soul giving me this dream? What is it? What is the essence? Like, if it is that I'm to receive a business, right? Go from being, because this was my next big physical world dream. I just became aware that wasn't enjoying my job. Even though I loved it, I was very fulfilled up until a point in that job. I was aware I'm not happy anymore, and I want to do my own thing. I want to share my own voice. I want to have my own thing on this planet. I want to create a business. I have no fucking idea what that is, but that's what I want. And I did the same process. Like, well, how would I feel? I was waking up every day, sharing my voice, and doing what I love, really adding value and being in direct communication with spirit and creating something. And for me at that time, my essence, my what I call now the dream frequency, which really is what I experience, unlocks so much of this in this world, was freedom, right? Up until that point, I was very happy to be controlled, right? to not have much of a say, but just to make other people happy because I got a sense of worth through that. But I got to the point where that was no longer true. I have this sense of self-worth and self-love, and I want to share it even more freely, more unconditionally. And so this freedom, this essence of freedom is what I really received. And so so that, for me then, in some ways, is my marching orders, right? How can I live that essence of freedom? How can I, and that's why I really encourage people to do the Allowing.Love meditation, and more important than that, that's why I do my Allowing.Love meditation every morning, because something happens to me when I take a beautiful dream, something that I want, right? Sometimes it's an inner world dream, but sometimes it's also already an invisible dream, which I'll talk about that in a moment. But when I really give myself the luxury, the gift of really feeling that dream right now, right? If it's having a baby, or if it's receiving this next expansion in my business, or if it's just giving myself permission to actually relax and enjoy every day, whatever that is. If I can, for at least, they say 17 seconds, or go for a minute. It's actually a lot more challenging than you think, but you'll be able to build up to it, right? Can I really just hold the experience of, wow, like what would it feel to be in a hospital bed, right? With my husband also kind of crammed in this beautiful bed with me, holding my baby, right? How would that feel? And I do believe it can be very powerful to at first receive a moment, right? Instead of just, wow, I have a baby, receive the moment I'm still in the hospital, right? And I'm with my husband and I have this beautiful baby in my arms, right? It helps me jump on to that essence, that vibration, that frequency. And over time, I do believe it's really helpful to then let go of the physical world reality, right? Well, what's the heart? What's the essence of that feeling, right? How do I feel with this beautiful being in my arms? And for me, at a given point in my life, the various dreams that I have often are connected by a particular frequency. So each morning, I'm not concerned about which dream I receive, whether or not it's birthing and allowing a beautiful baby, or the next beautiful, or birthing the next beautiful expansion of my business. There is, for me, a very similar frequency in my life right now of what I would call mothering, of nurturing, of really allowing my loving to really be so full that it overflows to something. So that is that was the game changer in my life, right? From really going from I don't want anything, right? God, your will, your way. And I just experienced that I stepped into this next level of my soul progression, of really being able to expand more quickly. I think, I don't know that. I all I can say is that I love my life right now, and I love doing this work, right? I absolutely adore having this grounded foundation of spirituality, but also being challenged, being strengthened, being really guided by spirit into what's next for me, into how I'm being called to serve, how I'm called to expand. And so that's what I have to say about that. The only other one addendum that I do have to that is that I do experience that we go through physical world to spiritual world or invisible dreams. And I had an experience towards the end of last year where each morning I would go into my little meditation and I would ask for one dream, right? And at that time I was had been really focused on my business. I've been doing some public speaking, everything was going really well. And then all of a sudden I got to a point where there was no physical world dream that would come in, right? And I've done We've done some other classes where we talk about, well, how do we receive what's kind of an intuitive calling rather than thinking, oh, I'm just thinking that I want, you know, more money or whatever that is. But there is a particular process that I follow, and I'm grateful to say that I've gotten pretty good at knowing how my mind mentally manipulates something into my head and how that feels versus receiving something that's not from me, right? That is from the heart of me spiritually, from source. But it truly just feels like, oh wow, I didn't put that there. I didn't put that there, right? And so I do this process of just being empty and of receiving a dream. And every morning for about 3 months, I can't remember exactly, but the dream was relax and enjoy. Some version of relax and be yourself. Relax and enjoy yourself. Relax and live in the moment. Relax and enjoy.
You're definitely doing that more and more. So obviously something worked.
And for me, it was so on point to run with only that invisible dream, because there is something that happened for me during that time. I can't even put words on it. Truly, I learned to work less, do less, enjoy my life more, and I do experience the greater abundance that I've received as a result of really coming into that flow. So it's really up to the present moment and to what we receive in terms of, is there a physical world, like something big in the world that you're called, that you really want? And sometimes I encourage clients to get in touch with this a little bit in a very cheesy, corny way of, if there were no time restrictions, no money restrictions, truly, right? If God or a little genie came down with in his little lantern and said, you can have anything that you want, right? You can have anything that you want. What do you want, right? And there may be a beautiful physical dream that comes forward in terms of a husband, to work for yourself, to do the painting I've always wanted to do that as my career, or just to be able to relax and enjoy today, right? Either way, they will lead us to a dream frequency. There's going to be an essence, a frequency, a feeling, an experience that our soul is calling us into, to expand us into, so that we live in greater alignment with spirit, with our soul, and that we, for lack of a less, anyway, evolve, right? That we're for the woo-woo in us, going back into the heart of God, right? Really learning to live more fully the love, the joy, the spirit that we are, independent of what's going on in this physical world. So thank you so much for holding for me. You're the best battery and lover in my life. Do you have anything that's present?
Just what's aware of is just the perfection of everything we're led into. And be more in collaboration with that, allowing that, letting go of resistance, control, is some of the grace appears. That's how I want to live. And we call forth our dream. It's really like a prayer to God, in the deepest sense, to God inside of us. You know, what is there for us in the greatest sense? It's our greatest opportunity. And for me, that's always like to know ourselves as the beloved. And to me, all dreams point that way. It's, even if they're a mirage in a sense, they get us moving. And sometimes just moving is an improvement on where we're at. So sometimes just getting off our ass is what we need to do. Maybe the dream changes, but the ultimate dream is always there. And it's always guiding us towards that. So the physical form of the dream can change, but I find them always working us. Dreams working us and moving us and helping us let go as much as we can, as much as we can handle, is my experience, thankfully. So we can't jump from A to C necessarily. I'm just grateful how it works and that it does work. And to choose back into the dream that it's God's dream for me. To enjoy that process and to be with you, and just that can be really easy and beautiful the more we let go. So I'm learning to continually let go at every breath. And it really is a vigilance to keep letting go, because I notice myself get tense or get tighter. And that's a physical thing too. I'm very aware. So I can really just, like, when I say let go, I just kind of let loose my own grip on my beingness in a sense. And just open up to what's available. It's a constant reminder. I think that we do it until it becomes us, or it's so natural. So it's like practice makes perfect. So but right now it's a conscious choice, and I'm grateful. So, like, to all of us, choosing into what dream is for us and what God has for us, moving us to what's next, and may we allow grace and peace to come forward, because I really see that available for everyone. That's the beautiful gift, is that no one is exempt or separate from the opportunity to show up and to go. So, yay!
I just so appreciate you for this beautiful adventure and this wonderful community that I'm calling Allowing.Love. I'm so appreciative of you for being here and for showing up for your own life, your own love, your own dreams. And I am also called in my wellness and practices, some exercises that I do with some of the coaching groups that I have. What's been present for me recently has been to be more vocal and more bold about announcing that I am working on a membership program that will launch on the last day of February next year. It's in flux, right? I'm still leaning into and receiving this, so stay tuned. It may evolve, it may morph, but that's what I'm aware of so far. And I'm just receiving so much of the washing the dishes, having a shower in so many different places. I'm just receiving so much that I'm called to share in this membership program. The Allowing.Love process, the 5 steps, of course, it's part of this program. I will go into it in a much deeper, more experiential way. Right? How do you really work this life your way? Because there's so many incredible masters and teachers and people on this planet sharing how they've inwardly received their gifts, how this planet works for them. And we're all so interconnected that there are so many sparks of all of these things that are going to support us and expand us into our own way. But there is no substitute from spending time within, from getting a relationship with your source, your spirit, whatever word you put on that, yourself, your love, and really receiving what it is that you're called to do and how you're called to do it. I love you guys. I just so love being here. But I'm complete. So I will be here with Eric next Thursday at 9 a.m. Love you guys. Have incredible weeks. And please feel free to email me or to comment below in terms of your experience of physical dream, and maybe how using a dream frequency, right? Expanding into the experience, the feeling, the frequency of that dream, what's for you. Alrighty, deep